Right, so I am going to double this. I'm going to double this. I'm going to bring in coal, and I think I might put this separate. In fact, I am going to use the coal from here to also power the furnaces. That's going to power these coals as well. I need coal to come in here today. Yeah, so yeah, I'm going to double this. Yeah, so let's double this, what we have here, and that's going to go into 2 athenoids. I am going to get you, and the only reason I'm doing this is because I want the stack like that, and I can delete these machines. Right, now that we've gone that, we are going to be having you guys all the way along here, which will be 3, and then we are going to get the crucibles, and we're going to have you guys 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we are going to grab my grinders as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I can bring you down here. Like that. We are going to remove that from there. We are going to grab you to come along here, and we're also going to get you to feed these furnaces underneath there. It should support 6, no problem at all, but we also want these athenoids because these need to be cooked as well. So hopefully, and what I will do is I'm going to remove these real quick. I am going to do some more. I'm going to bring you out, and bring you out. I'm going to add more supports here. Oh no, it won't be supports. Why am I doing that? It won't be supports. It will be furnaces. I need furnace to go there and a furnace to go there, which means I need charcoal to go in here. So I am going to get a belt, bring that to there, get a belt and bring that to there. That should automatically snap to the furnace to feed the input. I can then get the athanor to consume both of these lines of charcoal powder. I'm going to put 2 of you down. I want to actually flip one of these. So that yellow output's next to that yellow output. So that's going to be our coke line. And then you guys are going to be my charcoal line. We then need to send the charcoal back around to be crushed again. And we're going to get it back onto them lines. So we already know that this needs wood. And it's going to be a little bit different from that side. So I'm going to get you to come from there to there and there to there. I then want you to come up here and you to come up here. That's going to bring in my coal. Now the question is do I get wood to come in at a cheaper rate for it to be turned into... I think it would be. If I look at the purchasing portal, if I was to bring wood, the wood will come in into planks to be fed. Or if I go with coal, the coal can come straight in. And if I look at the recipes, coal can be going to the stone crusher and instantly come out that, which has got a higher heat value if we was to do it that way. And then coal could be a power source. We're going to use the wood. It'll be easy to use the wood. Well, we could actually no, because we'll have a byproduct of wood not being synced. So we need only 705, and there'll be 21 left over. So yeah, we'll get the coal. We'll put it in the stone crusher, of course. That'll give me coal. The coal can then go into the crucibles. It is going to be more expensive. It's 4,800 per coal that gets added, which means a total of what, 14,200, 14,400 will be added per stone crusher, and that's now at 105 per minute. I am going to put 1 down to science how much it will cost me, but also I need to change some things here. Because we need the coin to come up here, which we don't have, which I would need to bring off this line to send over. So if that is just a dead line there, that could be my coin line. So I'm going to get you to come up here, rotate you around. You will be a belt to go inside there. I need to do structural support for you. So I'll bring that down, bring that down. I am going to do a ramp to go there. You would be a belt. And then, what belt is that? Coins are on that line. I would need a lift to take off that line. So if I just grab you, and then you're going to come up here. go there, and then I need to get supports all the way from down there to then go there so I can bring that around. We should now bring the coins onto this level, and then they'll come along here and feed these into there. We're going to remove these. We need to add Stone Crusher to there, and I am going to... I would like this to be neater if possible, but it's doable. Get you to go that way. Get you to come up and go into there. You're going to come out and go into that. You're then going to go around into that line. Right, so let me just grab a couple of this coal, because I need to provide power, well, heat or fuel to that furnace and to that furnace, which then heats up them crucibles, which then crush it into there, which makes me cork powder, right? And you need chalk powder. Wait, hold on a minute. I'm looking at this now and I think I've overcomplicated this whole scenario, haven't I? I have! I have. So, because what I'm doing is I've gone up the whole process of doing what I'm doing from the wood to go up here to charcoal powder to crush to go in there. When I could have easily... I suppose it does reduce the overhead cost of not using 4,800 per each coal to come into here to then... Yeah. You is what's needed. I don't need crushers here to go directly into you, is what I'm saying. But this one is a little different. Because you need charcoal powder to go in, which then this right here skips what I need to in regards to the ethanol. Because here's the cork. If I was to remove that, you're making me cork at 17.5 per minute. If I was to then go into my assembler needs you, and you need cork powder at 35 per minute, which is basically just 2 of you. So all I need to do here is we need to remove this ethanol. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that belt there. We don't even need this double side, and this doesn't need to be this big. So we're going to remove this one here. We don't even need to have all of these coming here. We're going to reduce the cost of this and consumption of this dramatically. Remove that, remove that, remove that, remove that. We're going to remove all of these belts here, because we are going to reduce the price by consuming what was already making. This doesn't need to be made. This doesn't need to be made. This is now my cork powder, which is going to get directly fed into an assembler with my item from downstairs. So you only need 2 of them, which is what we've got, which is making me 17.5 per minute. Both of these are making me 35 per minute. What I'm going to do is... How much spores are we making downstairs? Are we making 17.5? We're making 26.2. So we're making more down here than what we actually need. And I will have to smart split this and get the remaining, well, it's not 17.5, it's like 8, to be put into a bin, because if we don't do that, the mushrooms back up. And if the mushrooms back up, the planks will back up. And if the planks back up, it will stop the fuel, not the fuel, it will stop the production of the charcoal powder upstairs, which is going into our transformation portions. But that's something for later me to do. You're going to be now just coming up here into these 2. I might use this as fuel. And I think I'm going to do that as fuel. I think I might just put 2 of these down to feed 4 of these. You're going to be outputting at 35 per minute. You're being consumed at 17.5 per minute. So we'll need 4 of these with 2 of them. And that could just get our transformation portions up and running. And then we can look at lowering the cost after we're making it. We could then use this ethanol. Yeah, we're going to keep this to what we are using. So we are going to bring in the charcoal powder. We're going to use this. We're going to reduce the cost by 50% over here so we can get rid of you. You're going to come into there. You're making me 35 anyway. And that 17.5 charcoal there can also be used in regards to power. What if I was to just put down a 50% line here by adding... Well, maybe I do add another one of you. Put you down. But then I only add it to 1 crucible. That'll make 17.5 combined with a 17.5 here, and we can get 2 portions going, but it means the second machine will still get consumed at 28.6, which is that machine down here. The machine won't be efficient to make the second transformation portion, but it also means I'm not wasting the mushrooms. Might do that, and that's what I think I'm going to do. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to remove that. I am now going to, because you're going to be, you're sending me out, what, 17.5? You're sending me 17.5. You're going to go into one assembler. That's that done. This one's going to go into another assembler, so I need to remove you. I'm going to get you to come around to here, where then I'm going to get you to be a lift to go up there to this floor. And then you're going to feed them too. I'm going to get another lift to go from here, but I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I'm going to bring you across here, along there. We're then going to get a ramp to go from there to there. You're going to feed outside of that to go this way, to then go up a lift onto here. This is going to be a 50% line, because this is sending out 35 per minute. This only needs 17.5. This 17.5 can come down here. This needs to merge with the 17.5 output from here. What do we want to do? I could just lift it up, bring that around. So I am going to get you to come out on a lift. You're going to come that way. I need to duplicate a 3x3 block. That's 4, but that's fine. I need nails, of course. I can't reach from up there. Duplicate what I've got here. Paste you there. It's just a matter of where do I want to take things, you know? It would be kind of alright if I could kind of keep everything up here, even being mid. I'm going to do this the other way, because my brain is telling me I should. So I'm going to remove that. I'm going to put you there. I'm going to have you coming along. You're going to go up. You're going to come to there. You're actually going to feed that into you instead. You're going to be the lone wolf. So then we're going to have a lift. Let me bring that belt to there. You're going to come down there and you're going to be the lone wolf instead, which then eliminates this whole thing needed here, and you. Because now you're the 35 belt, you're now the 75 belt, which means you can come down here. You're going to come out here and merge with this belt. You're my cork, you need to be grinded. 17.5 per minute. Should I just, because is that, are you doing 70.5 per minute? You're doing 8.8 per minute, so I'll need to get 2 of you to be grinded. Wait, you're doing 17.5, you're only grinding 8.8, which means I'll need to do 2 of you into one line. This is not a one-to-one here. I need to change this. The joys of the recipe not showing until it's done in you guys. Right, so you need to go into 2 grinders, you need to go into 2 grinders, 6 altogether. If I was to do that, that means I need to change some things here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove that from there. I am going to add a lift into that, spin you around there. I'm then going to get you to come along here like that. Belt to go into there. Another lift to come from here to go there. Then I need the grinders. Yes. If I was to do 1, 2, 1, 2, that's you going out there into them 2. I am looking at space right now. I want to make this as compact as possible. And I want also, they need to be on the same furnace because I don't want to be wasting fuel. Can these stack on top of each other? If there was a stack on each other, how would I split them to get them on top of each other and then back onto the same line? Or do I just want to have you 2 go like that, and then I have you 2 there like that to bring you 2 on top, to then get a lift to come that way to go into you 2, remove you from here. Then I was to do a lift. Oh, we can do it there. If I was to get you to come out of here, I get a lift to output onto that belt to do that. Oh, you're going to be coming along this way. You're going to come out that way. You're now merged onto one belt, which means I just need to do 2 more grinders for the other line, which is that. And I've just realised the mistake you've just done, Bitz, because now you put 2 lines into merge into a different 2 lines. Why? Because you're a spoon, aren't you? Yes, you are. For those that didn't know what I just done, this is my 35 line, this is a 17.5 line. I need them 4 stacked to be here and not here, combining these 2 different lines together. let's get this cork over here moving. So I need, sugar lumps. That to go that way. I need all of this cork, charcoal powder to run all the way along here. Go into this lift, because then this can start fueling my furnaces on the next shelf, which means all of these will start booting up in a second. Okay, so my furnaces are cooking now. They're cooking. We can't get the wood up here right now because the shrooms are currently backed up. So we already know this is going to run at 50%. Well, no, this one's going to run at 50%. This line here. So this will consume at 50%. So now that's going into the cork will come out, go into cork powder and come down here. So this line here will be a 35 per minute. This one's a 17.5, merging with this 17.5 to make 35 per minute. So that's 2 assemblers. And then what we need to do now is get the charcoal from here. We need to get the charcoal from there. Where is that going? That charcoal's coming around here, isn't it? That charcoal's coming around here into this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this ramp here. I'm going to put a lift instead. I'm going to put a lift instead. A priority merger, which is going to merge 2 lines in. I need to remove this, and this, and that to do some supports. You're doing how many per minute? Is charcoal powder 17.5 per minute? I think it is, right? Oh, it's 26.2 per minute, so I'm going to need 2 of them. It was 17.5 until the upgrade, right? So I need I need a lift to come out of here to take me this way, which will then come along here. Oh, like that, and then like that. Yes. I need this to change here. Oh, I can't. I'll need to do some changing over there because you will get blocked. I need to put 2 grinders here. You're to come out to get into there, then you're coming out to go this way. I then want to... How much are you going to go into there? I can merge it onto that line with 17.5. Because I can do that. That will reduce the cost. No matter where it goes to, it's going to reduce the cost anyway, which is fine. Okay, let me get my priority merger. We're going to get you connected to that machine. Yes. We're going to get you connected to that machine. You guys to come up a lift here to that way. You're going to come along there. You're then going to go from that into that, but I want that to be priority merged, and I need you to be... You guys are coming straight out into there. I want a support here with a lift output in there, but taken in from there. Then I need support to go... Well, I need a support here and... Wait, no. Where's my priority? Oh, the priority is the bottom. Oh, why did you have to be the bottom? So let's bring you there. Let's get my priority merger there. You're my priority input there on the bottom. I then need to take you, because you're going down there into that, right? That's where I want you to be going. You now need to be going up a layer. And you're then going to come along here. You're going to go along there, along there, along there, and along there. Where then you're going to go into my... Oh, no, I didn't get you to go up, did I? Because you're going to go into that. I'm then going to get you a little cheeky ramp. You're then going to come around into you to go into you. And then you're going to come along here, over here, and then around there. Which means I also need to do that there and that there. Because then I'll have a ramp going that way, picking you up from there. You to go along there, which will output you into there. Yes. So all I've done now is the charcoal powder will come out of here, up this lift, around here, into the non-prioritized input, where the charcoal that is coming out of here will get crushed here to be prioritized first, which should bottleneck this line here. Because in theory, 140 is being added inside here, but only 105 can come out. So 35 on this line, this is going to be overcapacitated by 35. It's receiving 35 from here, which should reduce this, which will reduce the logs down here and will sink the logs. Yeah, so this right here, this is making me cork powder. This is making me charcoal powder, correct? Because this charcoal powder is consuming the excess items we have from downstairs, where this cork powder is being bought via portals here. So what we're doing is this is making me 210 charcoal powder to go into the Athanor to make 17.5 cork, which that 17.5 cork is merging with this single Athanor here, that single crucible, that is making me 70.5 to make 35, which is what an assembler needs to make transformation portions. So then 35. Because that's also going to consume 17.5 gloom spores. We are making 26.6, I think it is, downstairs. So we're going to have two assemblers. One is going to be 100% optimized, the other is not. And then what we're going to do is we're then going to use another priority merger with the additional charcoal powder that is coming this way back into the feeding line of this. No, it'll be cork powder, sorry. Cork powder. So the cork powder will come back around into here. Get the wood coming up here. Start the process of this. I now need to bring up the shrooms, and I also need to bring in you two, which is going to come down here into two assemblers. So it'll be two assemblers, bam and bam. I'm not going to have them up there, I'm going to have them further this way. Two assemblers, we're going to have you there and there, yes. I am going to extend that, lift, oh, it needs to come up further, doesn't it? I can go underneath. You, duplicate you to go that way. Then I want you to come around here. And you're going to feed into there. And then you're going to come around there. And you're going to feed into there. Wait a minute. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense because that's... Oh, you know, that's right. That's right. That's right. It's the Athanor that requires 210. So you two are going into there. We need to bring the shrooms in, which is going to be one line. Bring it down from here. Bring it up from there. You're more than likely just going to come in from my end. Like that. Bring you around. Bring you to here as well. Shrooms can come up to a lift here, which means you'll need to be there, there, and then from here to there. And I get myself a lift. You come along here. Oh, whoa, 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 wee, whoa, woo, whoa, whoa, woo. What are you? What is that? Why did I put you there? Why did I put you there, and why are you not connected to something? Hello. It's wood. Why did I put these here? I need to remove this. I need to figure out what's going on here. Why did I do what I was doing there? That's my two wood lines, isn't it? Two wood lines is going underneath. Your wood. Your wood. So why did I have doing what I had doing there? Is it because... Did I just copy this whole system? Have you got something similar? You do. That's why. That's why. That's not needed here. What's going on, Alchemy? Razor, what's going on? You're my shrooms. You're my coins. My wood's here. My wood comes along here. You come along there, and then I get you into two lifts that come along here. Okay. I understand where we're at now. Okay. You're coming up. You're going into there. You're coming straight along here, like I saw. I am then going to get you to come up here like this. You're going to change in that direction. You then go in that way to that way. You're getting fed there. You're getting fed there. And then I can put my supports back. You go in that way. And cover you back up. Right, chat. Right. Cool. Cool. You're coming along here. You're going to there. Don't need you. You're going to be my shrooms coming out. So I'm going to take you this way. You're then coming along here. And you're then going into these to make my transformation portions. Yes. I have shrooms coming along here, which is the dust to go into them to be consumed. I'm also got a backup of charcoal. I need to get this up and running and seeing what happens. So I need to put storage down for these two. Which way are you facing? I want you to come remove that, get you, flip you, doesn't matter about your inputs, and then I can get a storage combining both of them together. Right, let's get this wood up here, and by doing that, I need to get these shrooms moving. When I get these shrooms moving, it means these will move, which means wood will come up. That's my wood going in. I need shrooms to come along here, which is from you. I need you to come down. I'm going to get a support going all the way across here. You're going to go up onto the top of here, where then you would come down here, and then you'll go into said lift. Okay, we have movement. So you're making me 26.2. You're coming along here. Wood is now starting to go upstairs to start feeding the coal machine, going to the crucibles. Wood's going in there to the crucibles to make charcoal, charcoal to charcoal powder to come into Athanor. You being fueled, you are. Priority merging yourself, so you're going to consume this, but that's not happening yet because this needs to boot up once, which you have done. Now charcoal comes in, you then get crushed, you then come around here into the priority merger. You should take priority before this line, so this line should stutter like it just did. It then merges onto this line to provide that. We have a backup. Because this charcoal is doing this, it does mean the wood will not get consumed as quick enough, which means the wood will then route into the box down there, which we've just seen a plank go in because of that stutter, which is fine. Now we can see we are making transformation potions. This one, I believe, should be the inefficient one as of right now. Well, we are using the actual, what's it called? How many have we made? 37 already. Beautiful. So now we need to get these potions into our store, which means I need another cabinet. Do do boo boo do. You know? Nice. Okay, so let's look into here. Goods. And you can't even sell gloom spores anyway. Let's do that. Okay, so let's do that. You are now going to be sold. We're doing all of them. We're doing that. We are at 100. I need to do some changing of some things here. And in regards to that, we don't have any room to extend that way, which means I will need to change this flooring to send things from here to that corner, which I'll need to change things here. I could change this corner up, and I can do some stacked and send things over. I do have access to cannons. I think I'm going to move. I'm going to reduce glass to 2 shelves. Move you guys over. Let's do that. Yeah. Let's change you. Take you all the way back to here. This is going to change you. We're going to get a lift. Go that way. To come out there to there. That's then going to change my soap. Or my blue cheese. Let's force that happening now. You're going to be making me soap. So let's just get you soap again. And there we go. Let's empty you out. Nope. Then get rid of you. Change you. That cabinet can go. We could change that to basically the portions if I wanted to. It will have to get changed. Let's get a cabinet. Where am I going here? Okay. I'll need to take them from upstairs. So I'm going to come from up here. I will need supports to run along this. I'm going to have a lift coming from you. You're going to come along here and you're going to feed these. Like that. I need to get myself a wall. I need to get a wall here. Doesn't need to be a wall because I'm going to catapult it down, but it's fine. You guys don't need to be here anymore. You're going to go there. Then I'm going to get you to run along to that. Pipe through. You to there. Okie dokie. Time to sell portions. Oh. Okay. I'm going to go and sleep. It's the end of the day. I want to see how everyone deals with my portions now. I think we started slowing down in the build process when we started this. When we started this, and then the next day after that, we started all of this. And then the day after that, we started this room. This was a productive day, wasn't it? This was the mega productive day. Where we got this built, and then this room built. Was this the 10-hour live stream we did? And then the day after that, we started working on this. And then after that, we started working on this stuff. I am not going to do anything in regards to this current day. And we are just going to watch all of these today. That's all we're going to do. I want to see how much they're spending. And then I want to check my expenses report. Because I just want this to be a natural, raw day of me making money. So I'm kind of curious on, without us naturally spending anything. 93. 400k. Expenses, not too bad. Not too bad.
Drinking Kool-Aid cameras like I did when I was 9. Cause I like to pretend that I haven't lost the time. In the end, the nostalgia, though it tastes fine, I can only drink a couple cause it feels like a lie. We'd play Halo and we'd lay low in our basement until the sun began to rise.